Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, welcome. This is the Tileris channel, where the goal is simple, to educate everyone on cybersecurity and privacy, from security professionals to tech-savvy users to people who just want to stay safe online without the technical headache. Over time, we've covered a wide range of cybersecurity topics, some of them serious enough to keep you awake at night. From malware removal and phishing attacks to privacy protection and system security, chances are we've already tackled the exact problem you're dealing with. Just head over to the channel, browse through the videos, and pick the one that solves your problem. And today's topic is one of the biggest debates in tech: Windows versus Linux. Which operating system is actually safer for your privacy? This is not about which OS is better overall. We're focusing on one thing only: privacy. What data is collected, where it goes, and how much control you really have. Let's get into it. What do we mean by OS privacy? When we talk about operating system privacy, we're judging three things: data collection, how much data is gathered about you; data transmission, where that data is sent; and user control, whether you can truly limit or stop it. Keep these in mind. They'll guide the entire comparison. Let's start with Windows. Windows 10 and 11 run on over 70% of desktop computers, so chances are you're using Windows right now. Microsoft openly admits it collects data, and the list is long: device and performance info, app usage, search queries, location data, browsing data through Edge, voice data if you use Cortana, diagnostic and crash reports. Microsoft calls this telemetry and says it improves security and user experience. Some of that is true, but here's the issue: full control is only available on enterprise editions, and even then, it requires advanced configuration. Security researchers have also shown that Windows make thousands of background connections daily, including updates and security checks, which is reasonable, advertising IDs, cloud sync services, background services you didn't explicitly enable. Privacy settings during setup sound helpful, but most options are enabled by default. Settings are scattered across menus. Major updates often reset them. Language is vague and unclear. Bottom line for Windows: data collection, extensive; data transmission, constant; user control, limited. Windows can be made more private, but it requires effort and constant vigilance. Now let's talk about Linux. Linux's biggest privacy advantage is simple: it's open source. Anyone can audit the code. Hidden data collection can't stay hidden for long. Most popular Linux distributions collect little to no data by default. Your system isn't constantly phoning home. Network traffic is minimal, and everything runs because you allowed it. Linux gives you full control over services, full control over network access, full visibility into what your system is doing. That level of control is simply not possible on consumer versions of Windows. But Linux isn't perfect. Some distributions, like Ubuntu, have made questionable privacy choices in the past and still offer optional telemetry today. The key difference? It's transparent, opt-in, and easy to disable. Another trade-off is convenience. Some professional software doesn't run on Linux. Certain games and proprietary tools may not work. There's a learning curve. Linux rewards privacy, but it demands flexibility. Now, let's put them in comparison. We are starting with the default data collection. Windows, data collection is extensive and unavoidable. Linux, data collection is minimal or none. Winner? Linux. User control. Windows, limited unless enterprise. Linux, total control. Winner? Linux. Transparency. Windows, closed source. Linux, fully open source. Winner? Linux. Ease of use. Windows is familiar and convenient. Linux, a learning curve for beginners. Winner, Windows. Resistance to surveillance. Windows, centralized, subject to government requests. Linux, decentralized, no single authority. Winner, Linux. So, which one should you use? Choose Linux if privacy is your top priority. You're willing to learn, you value transparency and control, you handle sensitive information. Choose Windows if you need Windows-only software, convenience matters more than privacy, gaming or work compatibility is critical. If you use Windows, do this immediately. Disable advertising ID and personalization. Turn diagnostic data to required only. Disable Cortana and web search. Review app permissions. Use Firefox or Brave instead of Edge. Use disk encryption and a VPN. You can also dual boot Windows and Linux. Use Linux in a virtual machine for sensitive tasks. Linux is objectively better for privacy, but the right choice depends on your needs, skills, and priorities. Privacy isn't all or nothing. Every step you take matters. If this video helped you, subscribe for weekly cybersecurity and privacy content designed for beginners and professionals alike. Drop a comment. Are you Team Windows, Team Linux, or somewhere in between?
At the end of the day, privacy isn't about operating systems. It's about mindset. A privacy-aware user on Windows is safer than a careless user on Linux. Knowledge is your strongest defense. This channel exists to give you that knowledge, so you can make smarter, safer digital choices. Privacy isn't something you turn on once, it's something you maintain. Every setting you review, every permission you deny, every tool you choose wisely puts you one step ahead. Start today, not next week, because once your data is gone, you don't get it back.
Thanks for watching, stay safe, and remember, your privacy is your right. This is the Tileris channel. See you in the next one.